Okay, so this is part two of my review of the ARMORSUIT Military Shield for the iPad Air, and this is actually going on my iPad Air 2. So, from what I understand, they're the same, and fit looks fine. So, part one, I was installing it. It's now been 36 hours since the installation. They recommend waiting 12 to 24 hours to let the adhesive set. And so right afterward, right afterward, I felt really good about the way it had gone on. And then shortly after, maybe the next morning, I guess, I looked at it and it looked way worse. And I've seen that in some reviews. Some people say, oh, it looks terrible. And I think that maybe they're just writing their review maybe a little early, because after I waited the full 12 and then 24 hours, it did start to look better. And some of those kind of bumps and streaks and things like that had kind of worked their way out. It's now been 36 hours, and there are still some bubbles, which they do say, you can kind of see one on the, probably about like 10 or 11 o'clock on the screen there. And there's another one up near the center on the top, and a couple more. But so there are still some bubbles in there, and they do say in their instructions that that you can that if you do have any bubbles, they don't say you can expect them, but they say if you do have any bubbles, that they'll work their way out on their own. I don't know if that's supposedly the cover is self-healing, and I don't know if that's part of the property, is that maybe the bubbles can breathe out over time, but that remains to be seen. I'm tempted to take the squeegee and some of the spray that you use to put it on, and try to work the bubbles out like that. But since they say in the instructions just to that they'll work their way out over a couple days, or some people even say like 2 weeks or so, I'm just gonna let it go and see how it does over the next couple days and weeks, and follow up probably with a part 3.